Good morning. We are Álvaro Ruiz de la Roja and Javier Álvarez Urrutia, and this is our proposal for an urban intervention in the Alapara district. Alapara is one of the most ethnically diverse districts of the connecting point between the United States and Latin America, Miami. The disconnection with other districts, the lack of pedestrian sites, and its streets dedicated exclusively for the private vehicle have ended up turning this essentially residential district into an enclosed space in which social relations are practically non-existent and where problems like social discriminations grow over time. Alapara is an essentially residential neighborhood with a strong presence of industry concentrated in the southern area of the district. Analyzing mobility, we realized that there are clear axes of circulation within the district, which divided and limited. The study of the existing building typologies in the district led us to a conclusion that we could already observe on the field trip, being the predominant typology, the single house with a front and a rear courtyard. Nevertheless, there still exists a great variety of types, such as housing blocks, theaters, or high-rise condominium, but these are found mostly in the limits or very specific points of the district. Alapara is already becoming an art district. Various private high-end art galleries have been moving into the neighborhood for the past few years. However, these enclosed spaces not only don't benefit the community of Alapara, but exclude them to participate in this art movement. We will intervene on the north-south axis of 12th Avenue, since we have identified that in its current state, this axis represents a break and disconnection between two areas of Alapara. New facilities will be created to house commercial, rental, or office spaces with the aim of attracting private investment. In order to avoid gentrification and the abusive increase in the price of rents, a limit will be established in the area dedicated to commercial and office activity, and a minimum area will be established for housing, of which a percentage must be affordable public housing. We will also introduce new cultural or sports uses such as museums, theaters, gyms, or sports courts. The project area is 300,000 square meters, within which 430 homes will be demolished, affecting around 1,000 people who will be relocated and at a cost of about $100 million. We will introduce green spaces with planted trees areas, spaces for urban farming, softscape meadows, as well as outdoor cultural spaces. All these will be merged and connected through an installation that we call the Cloud, a public infrastructure designed to be inhabited by citizens and which can house different types of cultural activities inside, such as an open-air gallery or even theatrical performances. Mobility is also an important point in the project, since we will pedestrianize the northwest 12th Avenue, diverting traffic underground, and we will only leave some specific streets to cross the project. The elevated railway line that runs along the axis is maintained, building a new stop for our project, and the bus line that previously ran along the avenue will be diverted through one of the streets adjacent to the project. With the introduction of new uses, we seek to increase the variety of building typologies that exist in the area, breaking the monotony created by the individual single-story house that currently exists. The design that we propose for the new typologies is based on a module, a structure of tectonic elements that form a cube of 3 by 3 or 6 by 6 meters. We will use this module to build the new buildings such as public housing blocks, museums, libraries, or high-rise buildings. This apparently arbitrary module is based on the surrounding streets, separated by 90 meters. With this utopian formality, the new space is composed, while questioning the success of other eclectic art districts. The project will be developed in 7 different phases, beginning with the demolition of the first single houses and the construction of alternative housing for the citizens who inhabited them, continuing with the construction of the first high-rise buildings and cultural centers, the diversion of the traffic underground, the implementation of construction of public spaces, and the last phase in which the cloud installation will be introduced. The objective is to create a network of mixed-use spaces that promote community life, providing the district with the necessary uses, increasing the density and variety of typologies. The return of the public space to the pedestrian is also an objective, removing the main role of the private vehicle and promoting the movement of proximity. Andrew plan will erase the border created by wide streets and railroad tracks, all with the objective of promoting local culture and providing the neighborhood with the social infrastructure it currently lacks through art, culture, and social interaction in the public space.